the Camino is a vehicle to move through, right? But it's the moving through that is the Camino, right? The walk is what you do, and it's the thing that brings the meditative nature to it. But it's the going through it with all the people and with all this activity that is the Camino, right? And it's it's hard to understand it until you're sitting there, and it takes days before you suddenly realize that's what you're in.
Yeah, that it's a spirit that is actually moving through. I relate to that.
Yeah.
So Santiago, sunrise, those are epiphanies, discoveries, treasures that come from having gone through that transition. We're at the end of it right now. What would you say would be some gifts that the Camino has given you, having gone through this transition?
So I've got a long list of gifts that it's given me, and I've tried to boil them down, right? But one is the gift of love. That I think one of the overarching themes that I got out of this was that love is what binds the world. Love is what binds us as human beings. And how do we sort of maintain that love and just bring that ever present? Right? So one is the gift of love. The other gift is just remembering how to act as a human to other humans, right? To be kind to them, to be present, to listen, to just be a part of their lives and not. And when you walk, you're doing the basic human activity, which is one foot in front of the other and slow. And the thing, when you slow your world down, you absorb a whole lot more. And I think that's one of the other things that gives it, is how to just keep that slow world going. With all the stuff that's going on, how do you maintain a slow pace so that you can absorb what you're hearing, absorb being present?
There's something about being present that is I am saying be present when I'm still moving at 40 miles an hour and not 10 miles an hour. And the Camino forces that on us. And being present, we pick up so much more of the treasures of life. The Camino forces me just because of our physical nature requires it.
Yeah. And that's still a conscious thing that you have to do, right? Your mind wants to take you somewhere else, and you constantly just have to keep bringing it back to be present. And even when you're walking, 20 kilometers in a day, your mind will take off, and you got to bring it back to say, okay, no, I'm here, I'm doing this, and so it's an important learning.
Yes, and to remember that the day is a gift.
The day is a big gift.
Because it's more so than I need to get here, I need to have this done, I need to have these lists of things completed because of where I need to go tomorrow. Is to remember to be present in the gift and all of the little things that present themselves.
Yeah. It's if you're open, the Camino will give you insights, it'll give you rewards, it'll give you gifts for your life, right? But you just need to, and the Camino almost forces an openness, right? And when you do, there's so much that can be brought in and absorbed. And when you devote days to walking, you're forced to sort of accept those things and be open.
And to remember that for those that are never going to walk 500, 200 miles, they're not going to do that. they can learn from our experience that each day is a gift, and that they have the opportunity to slow down and appreciate the little things that are happening in their day, to not be so much future centered but present centered. I'm here with Tom, and
Willie,
it's been a treasure getting to know you, Tom.
Indeed.
We met over a chocolate bar,
that was
and it
Nova
was a treasure to get
Scenario.
to meet you.
Yeah, it
Okay,
was.
so a little piece of advice from a treasured friend that I met on the Camino, and for all of us, a little piece of advice is in our very busy days to remember to be present to the little things that God is presenting to us each and every day. Until then, a buen camino, friends.
Ben Camino.